Get your ticket! This is Billy Alsbrooks, and I'm gonna be live in Nashville on August 18th. We coming! We coming! Get your ticket! I've made world champions all over the world. I've helped people become millionaires. I've helped people overcome whatever they were facing. God still moves, and I'm gonna show you how to live blessed and unstoppable. Get your ticket! Nashville, August 18th. Are you ready? Ready to go to the next level? Get your ticket! We got entrepreneurs, professional athletes, veterans, overcomers, champions from all walks of life flying in to attend this event. You are not watching this commercial by mistake. Get your ticket! At this event, I'm gonna show you how to create a vision for your life, how to awaken to your identity, how to detox emotionally, how to adopt the warrior mindset, how to overcome trials and tribulations, how to find your calling. This ain't just a seminar, this is a life-changing experience. Nashville, August 18th. Get your ticket! Get your ticket now at blessedandunstoppable.com. Get your ticket! I remember a while ago, before my book took off and before the speaking took off, I was out to dinner with my family, and we were all gathered around the table, and I was talking about what I wanted to do, my dream, my vision, what I wanted to accomplish with my life. And I could tell by the look on their face, the look in their eyes, they didn't believe me. They just didn't get it. I really wanted that validation. I wanted somebody to look at me and say, I believe in you. But that's the way it's always been in my life. See, when you dream big, it's like you speak a different language. The common man, the average person will not understand a person who is dreaming on the next level. I got so mad inside, I couldn't wait to get back home. See, I just got this big 6-foot dry erase board on my wall, and I had set my goals big, I thought, until I had that conversation with my family that did not understand who they were sitting across the table from. And when I got home, I ran straight up to my office. I grabbed that eraser and I wiped my dry erase board clean. All the goals that I had dreamed before, I wiped them off. And then I started writing bigger goals, bigger dreams, bigger ambitions. See, if they're not gonna understand me, then it doesn't really matter how big I dream. They're not gonna understand me anyway. So if I'm gonna dream, I might as well dream to the max. I might as well invite God into my situation and let Him prove His glory, to prove His power, to prove His magnificence through me. Now somebody needs to hear this out there that's listening to me. Those closest to you, those closest around you will be the last to see the change in you. First got into the music business. I had been with this girl for 5 years, but her mother couldn't stand me. See, I didn't have any money at the time. I wasn't working a 9 to 5, I was just grinding with my music, trying to make something happen. All I had was a dream. And I used to talk about this dream when I go over to my girlfriend's house. And her mother would give me this look. She said, son, you're just a dreamer. That thing you're dreaming is never gonna happen. And I don't want my daughter with somebody like you who's not gonna be anything in life. She ended up giving my girlfriend an ultimatum. She said, you either break up with him or you get out of my house. She had heard the negativity that her mother said about me so many times, she believed it. She gave up on me, and we went our separate ways. But what her mother said, that I was just a dreamer, stuck with me my whole music career. I would ask myself every single day, are you just a dreamer? Or are you a person who can grind until they execute? Somebody who can make that dream a reality. Is that you? 6 months after that breakup, I signed my first record deal. And 3 months after that, I hit the Billboard charts. That stuck with me though. What she said, Billy, you're just a dreamer and you're never gonna be nothing. I heard that voice over and over and over. So when I was outside that club promoting my music at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, dealing with every kind of thing you could imagine, drunks and gangs and people packing guns and that negative environment, and that voice on the inside of me said, go home, it's late. I would stay that extra hour. I would stay that extra 2 hours grinding to prove to the world that I wasn't just dreaming. The greatness was on the inside of me. I know I'm talking to somebody out there right now who can relate to what I'm saying. You got dreams, you got ambitions. That 9 to 5 job is just not enough for you. You got this grand goal of conquering the world, You see, the world belongs to the bold, and the rest are just spectators. So when you're writing out your goals, don't just set your goals to the level of your own ability. Set them to the level of the God that you serve, because with God, all things are possible. My biggest challenge was managing my expectations for others. You see, I expect everyone around me to get it, everyone around me to understand the dream that's on the inside of me. And that's just not reality. They are not the same. Now, I don't say this in an arrogant manner. They just don't have revelation yet of the God that's on the inside of them. It don't take faith to dream small. That's why so many people do it. This guy reached out to me a few months ago about doing an interview on his TV show. And it all worked out because 2 weeks later I was doing an event up in his city. So I get to his city, I reach out to him, text him, I'm like, hey, where you want to meet up? And he said, first come by the house and then we'll go to the station to do the interview. So he sent me his address. I put it in my GPS and began the journey across town. And as I pull in the neighborhood, I realized this is a rough area of town. But I'm trusting the spirit that is in me, because it is guiding me to this man. And when I get over there, his house is the only house on the street that is not boarded up. Every house next to him is boarded up and abandoned. But this guy had something about him different. I pull up in the driveway and he comes out and welcomes me and introduces himself and invites me on in the house. Now, when I go in the house, all I see are goals and vision boards and dreams written down everywhere. See, this man had been in prison for 15 years, but got saved inside. And God began to pour these dreams out on him. And when he got out, God slowly began to open these doors, these unimaginable doors. First he got a radio show, then he got a TV show. God put a book in him. This guy had every reason in the world to make an excuse why he couldn't do something when he got out. He been gone 15 years, but he didn't make excuses. He dreamed big because he knew the word and said, with God all things are possible, and he bought into that. Now this man wasn't living where he wanted to live, but he wasn't living where he was living. Do you understand what I'm saying? His mind was not in that bad area of town. His mind had already rented the U-Haul, packed everything up and moved out of there. And everybody in that house, his new wife, his stepchildren, all of them spoke the dream. Every single one of them had their own goal sheet. Every one of them had their own vision board. Every one of them spoke success. Every one of them spoke faith. Now, I don't know how long it will take for that man to manifest what's in him, but I know he's going to, because he has aligned with the laws of success. All you have to do is get clear on what you want in life. And you do that by starting with the way you want to feel. How do you want to feel every single day when you get up? Now with me, every day that I get up, I want to be on fire. I want to do the things that I'm passionate about. I want to write, I want to speak, I want to create, I want to get in front of people and change lives. This is what I want to do every single day of my life. Once you figure out how you want to feel, then you lay out outcomes that will produce those feelings. What outcomes, if you achieve, will make you feel the way that you want to feel? What do you want your legacy here on earth to be? When you are dead and gone, what do you want people to say about you? Most people are too lazy to do the inner homework required for greatness. The majority of the world says they want to be successful, but that's not true. What they want to do is look successful. They don't want to be successful. They don't want to do the things that it takes, the things that are required to produce that. They just want to look like that. Success is available to anybody, but not everybody is willing to pay the price that it costs to do it. Now see, here's the thing. If you want massive success, if you want to level up, if you want to go to that next level, the thing is you got to be willing to go down that road alone. Most people don't speak the language of greatness. And there's not a setting inside Google Translate to translate that big dream that you're talking into common language. They will not understand what it is you are saying if you're dreaming big. Now, if you got small dreams, everybody can hear you. Everybody will pat you on the back and say, sure, go ahead, buddy, you can do it. But if you dream big, I'm talking about global galactic dreams. If you want to change the world, you gotta be willing to do that thing solo. Get up every single day and seek your calling. Find that thing that God has anointed you to do and get in the center of it. Get in the center of it. Turn up. Set yourself on fire and then aim for the stars. All things are possible with God. Somebody emailed me asking what I wrote on my vision board that night I went home. I wrote 1 billion people. Impact, motivate, inspire, sow life over 1 billion people around this globe. I am Billy Alsbrooks, blessed and unstoppable, and I will do what I set out to do. To God be the glory. Warning, videos by Billy Alsbrooks do cause side effects. And those side effects are champions being born, dreams being realized, the weak becoming strong, weight loss, victory over unbelievable odds, incredible comeback stories, the sick being healed, marriages being restored, victory over all forms of addiction, job promotions, average people becoming millionaires, warriors becoming blessed and unstoppable. These videos will motivate and inspire you to take action. Warning, your faith is now being increased to the level it takes to move mountains. Arise, champion. I'm Billy Alsbrooks and I approve this message. I got a question for you. Are you willing to let go of the person that you are now in order to become the champion of life that you could be? I refuse to settle, I ain't coming in second. Global ambitions, young and restless, laser focused, drive relentless, married to the dream. I ain't got no mistress. I refuse to settle, got me lusting for better, chasing greatness, and I'm about to get her. The world is mine, but I'm dreaming bigger. Destiny's a model, and I'm dancing with her. I refuse to settle. I refuse to settle. Now everybody say, you can't stop me, never ever stop me. 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 To unleash the full creative powers of God's law of attraction, we must first cultivate a place of mental stillness. The word says, be still and know that I am God. This state of mental consciousness is fully aware and lives in the present without the bondage of past experiences. Now to do this, we must unlearn what we think we know about the world and establish within ourselves the ideal state of creativity. As creators, we must undress mentally and rid ourselves of all the false beliefs that project the illusions of limitations. This process requires us to destroy all traces of our former undesired life and return to the state of nothingness. Pablo Picasso said, every act of creation begins with an act of destruction. To go to that next level, we must unlearn this level. We must destroy that thinking. I refuse to settle, I ain't coming in second. Global ambitions, young and restless, laser focused, drive relentless, married to the dream. I ain't got no mistress. I refuse to settle, got me lusting for better, chasing greatness, and I'm about to get her. The world is mine, but I'm dreaming bigger. Destiny's a model, and I'm dancing with her. I refuse to settle. Now the word of God says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You see, a success mindset ascends to an awareness above the limitations of one's environment, body, and time, and sees the world from a higher awareness. That's Christ consciousness. You see, thinking that derives from this level of mindset can intentionally create grand outcomes at will. Decisions ignite the explosion of change. Decide what it is that you want in life and then envision it in your mind. Now remember, there's a difference between envisioning success from the point of view of who you are now, than envisioning success from the viewpoint of who you must become to actually make it a reality. The first viewpoint is merely entertaining a fairy tale wish mentally, whereas the second viewpoint is the true art of creation. It is walking in the power. Your thinking and actions are constantly procreating to give birth to your destiny. Your mind is the womb of your future. Your thinking is the factory of life. My question for you is, what product are you producing? Your thinking conceives the dream. But for a dream to come alive, one must have absolute conviction that it will. And to waver the slightest in belief is to put that dream in jeopardy of abortion. I refuse to settle, I ain't coming in second. Global ambitions, young and restless, laser focused, drive relentless, married to the dream. I ain't got no mistress. I refuse to settle, got me lusting for better, chasing greatness, and I'm about to get her. The world is is mine, but I'm dreaming bigger. Destiny's a model, and I'm dancing with her. I refuse to settle. I refuse to settle. Now everybody say, you can't stop me, never ever stop me. 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 For the Lord didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of sound mind. Now to go through the door of the next level, we must become fearless. Nelson Mandela said, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Your future is too important to be held hostage by fear. Nobody ever won the game of life playing timid and scared. The world belongs to the bold. The rest are just spectators. That next level requires you to be fearless. The only thing you should ever fear in life is not living up to your potential, not giving your all. What should scare you is living a life of mediocrity, getting up every day and choking on average. I refuse to settle, I ain't coming in second. Global ambitions, young and restless, laser focused, drive relentless, married to the dream, I ain't got no mistress. I refuse to settle, got me lusting for better, chasing greatness, and I'm about to get her. The world is mine, but I'm dreaming bigger. Destiny's a model, and I'm dancing with her. I refuse to settle. Now that next level success requires this. You have to slow your mind down and examine every single thought. You gotta stop running on autopilot and examine every thought and hold it to a standard of excellence. Hold it to a standard of greatness. Hold it to a standard that will produce the kind of life that you are dreaming. Each level that you wanna climb on the success ladder requires a different standard. Ray Kroc said, the quality of a leader is reflected in the standards that they set for themselves. The identity that you have adopted right now is the standard that you are holding yourself to when no one else is looking. Great leaders, great champions hold themselves to the highest standard imaginable. They put their own standard in place first, and then they demand every single person around them arise to that level. Quarantine yourself from mediocrity. I refuse to settle, I ain't coming in second. Global ambitions, young and restless, laser focused, drive relentless, married to the dream, I ain't got no mistress. I refuse to settle, got me lusting for better, chasing greatness, and I'm about to get her. The world is mine, but I'm dreaming bigger. Destiny's a model, and I'm dancing with her. I refuse to settle. Distorted illusions in self-induced comas, chaotic nightmares, unaware of ourselves, living a lie. So much untapped potential. Strangers to truth, loyal slaves of ignorance. We are but mere prey in the jaws of limitation. Deranged assumptions, swallowed by emptiness. Lost wandering souls, hunted by scarcity. Confused by our reflection, the foreign, non-familiar. Sons of greatness, ignorant of our bloodline. We are but mere prey in the jaws of limitation. Small box living, strangled by our thinking. False realities, sleepwalking in lower dimensions. Days of fog, randomness with no intentions. Thieves of potential, seeking to destroy our identity. We are but mere prey in the jaws of limitation. Crying for help, our spirits long to awaken. We die slow instead, adopted by the blind. Actors on stage, portraying fictional characters of our own invention. Distorted illusions in self-induced comas. We are but mere prey in the jaws of limitation. Strangled by distorted illusions in self-induced comas. Chaotic nightmares unaware of ourselves. Living a lie, so much untapped potential. Strangers to truth, loyal slaves of ignorance. We are but mere prey in the jaws of limitation. It is time that we return to the unlearned and to step into our greatness. I refuse to settle. This is Dr. Billy Alsbrooks, and I am blessed and unstoppable. This is motivational art. Welcome to the Louvre, and to God be the glory. blessed and unstoppable. Success starts with putting the right things into your mind. And my new book, Blessed and Unstoppable, was strategically designed to align your mind with the laws of success. This curriculum will teach you the inner mechanics required to go from average to phenomenal, from living a life with limits to being blessed and unstoppable. As you follow this guide step by step, amazing breakthroughs will happen. New doors of opportunity will open, and favor will begin to chase you down. Blessed and Unstoppable is a 31-day devotional on the laws of success. This book will instigate the thought process and actions required to transform your life. Each day has a Bible verse, a teaching on that day's principle, a positive affirmation, a prayer for the day, self-assessment questions, success quotes, action steps, and a powerful inspirational message. Regardless of what field you're in, Blessed and Unstoppable is your blueprint for success. Get your copy at blessedandunstoppable.com. Also available on Amazon.